Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me on the college football preview. Hey, this has been vacation week for me. I just got back into town, got my guitar. Yeah, I spent a lot of time down there at the beach. It was a good time. It was wonderful. I'm telling you, I could have stayed there for quite a while, but you know what? The county has to have somebody come in and kill them cats for them. I mean, Feline Control Agent. We got to make sure this is acceptable, what we do. I mean, we're going to make it pretty. There's a bunch of people already getting in here. I know it's not quite 5 o'clock yet, but you know, some of you can sneak off and watch this. If you're brand new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I do appreciate it. Hit the like button. It lets me know that you like it. And in fact, I actually purposely go in and dislike or hit the thumbs down on my video just for fun. So if you want to do that, that's fun too. So let's talk about the games that are coming up. Of course, I did my video on Clemson versus Citadel. Is there really anything to talk about there? Once again, no. There is absolutely nothing to talk about. It's kind of like saying, all right, we have a matchup over here. On this side, we have a 5'11", 185-pound man who's going to stand out in the middle of the road versus a full-size, brand new, top speed, at the top speed when it meets his body, school bus. It is going to hit him. It is going to punch him in the face. He is going to... Do we really need an analysis between a regular person and a school bus hitting them? No, we don't. There we go. Clemson's going to win that ball game. Let's talk about some other games that's going to be going on this weekend. Pittsburgh Syracuse. I'm not sold that Pittsburgh's going to win that ball game. I ain't sold that they're going to win that ball game. I think Syracuse is upset they just lost. I would not be surprised if Syracuse came in and beat them. Pittsburgh's one of those teams, no matter if they're ranked, do you really believe it? It's kind of like just because the cookies are gone and the milk is drank, do you really believe in Santa Claus? All right, next up, Western Kentucky Liberty. Who cares about that game? I'm on one of these main pages, just reading off some games going through there. Boston College and Duke. I tell you right now, I was impressed with Duke. I'll go ahead and tell you that. When you think about the talent that Notre Dame versus Duke, we talked about the other day how Chase Bryce, I was a good business decision to go up there and play for Cutcliffe. I believe that Duke's going to beat Boston College. Plus, it's going to be in Durham. Why not? If I'm wrong, it won't be the first time. Ask my wife. But I believe Duke's going to win that game. Next, South Florida at number 7 Notre Dame. All right. I'm just over here picking and talking about football. Why not? I believe Notre Dame wins the game, but I would not be shocked if Jeff Scott and South Florida beat them. I'm going to put it that way. I mean, would you really be shocked if a Jeff Scott-led team beat Notre Dame? I wouldn't. Because it got Jeff Scott. Especially if this was second or third year, I would go ahead and tell you that they would beat Notre Dame. I don't care what the ranking is in front of them. Unless you had a 90s or an early 90s, 80s talented Notre Dame team, I wouldn't put it past South Florida beating them. I think Notre Dame probably edge them out, but you go ahead and put that on the upset special. I am not surprised. If Jeff Scott goes in there and just smacks Brian Kelly in the face and wins the ball game. Ray 73-37. By the way, if anybody's watching this later, this is a live stream. It says Notre Dame's going to I think he's going to lose or beat us. I don't know. They just retracted the message. Next, UCF, number 14 UCF playing Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech. I'm going to tell you, Jeff Collins is a good football coach. To take over that mess. Now, you know, it's one thing to take over a college football team and it's just a common mess. It's another thing to take over a football team who, when their offense was really, really popular, Adolf Hitler was alive and well. Alive and well. That's how old that offense was. Georgia Tech was running just 2 years ago. Georgia Tech got beat black and blue last year. What happens this year? Come out, open up. They play a Florida State team with all the talent in the world. Florida State still has a lot of talent, y'all. What's went on down there? I'm going to go on a 10-second soapbox. I'm even timing myself. Starting now. Florida State has a lot of talent to still be able to win 9 games, at least 9 games, in the current ACC structure. And you didn't do it. Yeah, it's coaching, it's culture, everything is shot in Tallahassee. It was actually 15 seconds, who cares, it's my show. But Georgia Tech wins. UCF has the talent, they have the ability. Could Georgia Tech, for a second week in a row, win a game that they don't supposed to? Maybe. But I think UCF's going to actually get this game won. I will tell you right now, if Georgia Tech wins this ball game, you go ahead and take it to the bank. You can take it to the flipping bank. If Georgia Tech wins this ball game, it's going to start raising some eyebrows. It's going to say Jeff Collins was not only a good hire, he was a great hire. Appalachian State at Marshall, who cares? App's going to win. All right, Miami at Louisville. Now, I know my good buddy, Slim Shady Canes. I know he is totally sold. Totally sold. That Miami is going to win this ballgame. He's tired of hearing about Satterfield. I get it. Here's the problem. Miami is living off of what, and I hadn't talked about this in a while. Miami is living off of what I like to call a shell of the past. You are a shell of history. What does a shell of history mean for some of you new ones out here? Okay? All right, here's what a shell of history. You play at the same stadium, you got the same name, you got the same jerseys, you got the same chants up in the stands. People's chanting this, the U and all this bunch of stuff. Everybody's doing the hand thing. You look around the stadium, which you're in that new Hard Rock Stadium, but you see the names that adorns the stadium. You look like the same team. You even recruit some high recruited players, but guess what you do? You don't win. You're a shell of history. Now, if you're Georgia, you're a shell of 1980 because that's the last football team to win the national championship for them. At least Miami has spit out some talent in the past 15, 20 years. I'm talking about as a team as a whole. I'm not saying they didn't have talented player here, talented player there. I am just telling you that Miami is a shell of history. That's why I can't believe until they go to Louisville tomorrow. That game's at Louisville. Until they beat Louisville, I ain't going to believe they're going to beat Louisville. Because Scott Satterfield's that good of a coach. I see a bunch of you getting in here. Michael Sachs Jr. Hi, Bobby. Can't wait to watch my Buckeyes October the 23rd. Thank you so much, Michael. Congrats to you and yours. Y'all finally get to play. Somebody with deep pockets and a lot of power. That's how business works, y'all. If y'all think that the Big Ten just all of a sudden went, hey, I think we should play football. Hey, no. Lord, no. No, for them to do what they did just weeks ago, they were set in until something stupid happened. I don't mean stupid. I mean until somebody with a big cigar and a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of strings to pull walked in and said, you're playing football. And it was probably somebody between the Ohio State and Michigan count who did that. I'm just telling you. That's what happened there. But you will get to see your team play. Congrats to you and yours. The real Big Lee says, I love the shirt. Yeah, that's what she said. May there too. Good to see everybody getting in here. A bunch of people. I'm doing a live stream. I'm just going to jump right in here. Tiger 2 Deep, I'll answer your question. I'll go back to this. You said Murphy or Brisset for ACC Freshman of the Year. I could see them winning, both of them having to split the thing right down the middle. Whew, good Lord. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Larisha M., you said I wanted to meet you at the Walmart down there too. We ended up leaving at the last minute last night because we're going to have to check out early today. We just said, with it raining and everything, we just came on back last night. But All right, let's haul back in the games. But I look forward to meeting y'all. I was actually serious. I want to meet you. Hug him babies and see him. Tell him Bobby said may there to you. So I'm calling Louisville to win that game. Wake Forest at NC State. I mean, that's like watching two old people fight. That's brittle and next to death. It's kind of interesting. You might tune in for a second, see if somebody punches the other in the colonoscopy bag, and that's the finishing punch. That's what ended their life right there. How did they die? What was the how did they pass away? They got punched in the colonoscopy bag, shot up the other way, and just disrupted everything. It dropped them. The other guy died soon after that because the blood clot busted in his hand, went all to his heart and his brain and stuff. Charlotte at North Carolina. North Carolina's going to win this game, but I will tell you, I'm just going to tell you this: Charlotte played much better than what I thought. They played much better against Upstate than what I thought. So North Carolina's going to win, but what's that guy's name? Matt Healy? Is that his name? Matt Healy up there at the Charlotte? That guy right there's got a future. You go ahead and mark it down. Unless he does something stupid, he's got a future. Number 21, BYU at number 22, Army. I'm interested in this game because I'm not completely sold that either team. I'm not sold that BYU is as good as what they looked, considering Navy is just, Navy play football without touching each other. Army, I hope they're that good. I'm pulling for Army. I like Army. But I'm gonna give the edge to Army. But if BYU comes out tomorrow and they do their thing, it can be very, very interesting. Hold on one second. I take that back. BYU and Army is postponed. So forget that. I wasted my time. I am so sorry. I wasted my time there. Can't get that back. Tonight we have Campbell at Coastal Carolina. That's down in Conway, not too terribly far from where I was at. You're right, Charlotte. Let me see. Hold on one second. All right, Charlotte, North Carolina has been canceled. Canceled. Okay. Ole Bobby's still working out the cobwebs of being down there at the beach. All right, y'all just give it to me. I'm on vacation. Who cares if I mess it up? But thank you for letting me know. So, I just want to tell everybody that while I was out there on the beach looking at all those ugly people, and they were running around and stuff they shouldn't be, I wrote a couple of tunes just 5 seconds ago for those people. Mama, won't you put some clothes on? 'Cause that mess on the side of your leg looks like blueberry pie. Mama, won't you please put some clothes on? 'Cause I'm about to rip out both of my eyes. 'Cause it's so darn ugly. Alright, well listen y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm Bobby Dirkens. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. All you need to know is that Clemson Tigers gonna win tomorrow. Bobby Dirkens, you keep showing up, I'll keep showing out. I mean, I got